Welcome back, Guardians of Dominion. Zeus here. Chapter 7 is the final chapter of the Fluffy event, and this is where every mistake is punished hard. Today I'll break down what actually decides success here, the key shop decisions you can't afford to miss, and how to turn the toughest fights of the event into a clean finish. Today, we finally dive into Chapter 7 of the Fluffy event. This is the final chapter, and to unlock it you'll need 260 energy crystals. Once the chapter opens, there's no time to hesitate, we go straight into the development shop, because everything in this chapter depends on how well you build your team from the very start. In the development shop, the game gives us Electra and Fluffy. From here, the goal is simple but not easy: build a team that can handle every enemy lineup this chapter throws at us. I started by buying Cascade and Thea. Cascade is extremely important later, so I kept Cascade and sold Thea. Next, I bought Augustus and Folio. I kept Augustus for scaling and sold Folio immediately, since Folio doesn't fit the plan here. At this point, there was one more hero I absolutely needed, Orion. I kept refreshing the shop until Orion finally appeared. While refreshing, I saw Electra and Fluffy cards at a reduced price, so I bought them right away. Shortly after, Orion and Helios showed up together. I kept Orion and sold Helios, since Helios isn't needed for this chapter. Now my core team was Electra, Fluffy, Orion, Augustus, and Cascade. With that setup ready, I moved into the first battle. The fight was easy and fast, and it rewarded me with 36 stall coins. Back to the development shop to prepare for the next battle. I refreshed the shop several times until Electra and Fluffy appeared again, and I bought both. Then I moved into the next fight. The enemy team was a fairly straightforward setup, and once again the battle was clean and easy, giving me another 36 stall coins. Back in the shop, I bought another Fluffy card and refreshed again. Electra and Fluffy appeared, but I didn't have enough stall coins, so I pinned them and went into the next battle. This time the enemy team was Rufus, Jasmine, Alvana, Jorgen, and Sebastian. This is where Cascade becomes crucial. You need Cascade here specifically to deal with Rufus. I lost Fluffy during the battle, but the team still managed to secure the win. Back to the shop, I bought the previously pinned Electra and Fluffy cards, then picked up an Orion card and spent the remaining stall coins before moving on. The next enemy team was Chaba, Krista, Jorgen, Lars, and Thea. This lineup can look scary, but the team held together and I managed to pull off the win, earning 54 stall coins. Back to the development shop again. I bought Electra and Fluffy, then saw Augustus and Folio cards at a reduced price. I bought them, kept Augustus, and sold Folio. After refreshing, Orion and Helios appeared, I bought them, kept Orion, and sold Helios again. I continued refreshing and then found Cascade and Thea at a reduced price. I kept Cascade and sold Thea. After that, I saw 2 Electra cards but didn't have enough stall coins, so I pinned them and moved on. The next enemy team was Corvus, Galahad, Arachne, Cascade, and Thea. I expected Arachne to cause problems with stuns, but she went down very fast. After that, only enemy Cascade and Corvus remained, and I still secured the win, earning 80 stall coins. Back in the shop, I bought Electra cards. At this point, my Electra was fully maxed. I then bought Orion and Helios cards, kept Orion, and sold Helios again. After refreshing, I moved into the next battle. The enemy team was Dante, Nebula, Orion, Augustus, and Dorian, a very popular and very dangerous team. I lost Electra early. Enemy Orion was extremely tanky, heavily supported by Dorian's healing, and I lost this fight. Back to the development shop to prepare for a rematch. I bought Cascade and Thea cards and sold Thea again. After refreshing, Augustus cards appeared and I bought them. A few refreshes later, 2 more Orion cards showed up, I bought both, and now my Orion was fully maxed. After another refresh, Cascade and Thea appeared at a 50% reduced price. I bought them, and sold Thea. I kept refreshing, saw Augustus and Orion cards again, but didn't have enough stall coins. One more refresh showed Cascade cards, so I pinned them, bought 1 solo Cascade card, and went back into the battle. This fight was tense, but this time the team held strong. I managed to kill the enemy Orion, and that secured the win, rewarding me with another 80 stall coins. Back in the shop, I bought the pinned Cascade card, fully maxing Cascade again. Then I bought Augustus and Folio cards, kept Augustus, and sold Folio. At this point, Augustus still needed 3 more levels and was the only hero not fully maxed. I bought Mara to support Orion, kept refreshing, and then bought Oliver. I saw Axel but didn't have enough stall coins, so I pinned Axel for later. I set Oliver on Electra, Mara on Orion, and used Oliver as the team pet before heading into the next fight. The enemy team was Galahad, Tristan, Lyria, Aiden, and Sebastian, another very popular lineup. The battle went well, and I secured the win, earning another 80 stall coins. Back to the development shop. 1 unused life converted into 90 stall coins, and now it was time to prepare for the boss fight. I bought 2 Augustus cards and an Axel card. After refreshing, I bought Biscuit. 1 more refresh showed Chorus, and I bought it. After more refreshes, Augustus appeared again with 2 cards. I bought them even though I didn't need both, I didn't want to risk missing them. I kept refreshing and skipped Albus at first, then checked my pets and realized I needed both Albus and Merlin. I found Merlin, but also found Albus, and I only had enough stall coins for 1, so I had to make the call and move on. For the boss fight, my setup was Electra with Oliver, Cascade with Biscuit, Fluffy with Axel, Orion with Mara, Augustus with Albus, and Chorus as the team pet. The enemy team was Corvus, Morrigan, Kai, Celeste, and Thea. Their health bars were massive, and the fight was not easy at all. I lost Cascade during the battle, but the rest of the team held together, and in the end, I secured the win. That victory granted me a totem as the grand prize, and once we hit 30,000 subscribers, I'll be giving that totem away to 1 lucky winner. Alright, let's wrap this up. Chapter 7 proves that smart planning beats raw power every time. Clean shop decisions, knowing when to sell, and adapting pets on the fly are what carry you through the hardest fights, not rushing or forcing bad upgrades. Let me know in the comments how your Chapter 7 run went and which team worked for you. If this breakdown helped, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, so you don't miss what's coming next. Play smart, stay in control, and I'll see you in the next battle. Salute and friendship.